Welcome to Tech Learners. Today we will discuss Java selection statements or conditional statements. Java conditional or selection statements are basically statements that are to be executed based on some conditions, or rather we can say if we'll have to decide that whether the statements are to be executed or not based on some conditions. So these selection statements are three in number provided by Java. One, if statement, the other is the combination of if-else statement, and the third is switch statement, which is used for the menu driven programs. So these three selection statements can be used in three manners. One, either in the simple way, or you can nest these statements, or you can perform branching of these statements. So in this lecture we will talk about simple statements, and I have a separate lecture for the nesting and branching. Today's lecture is about if selection statement. I'll discuss the if else and switch into the upcoming videos. So first let's see the syntax of the if selection statements. So we will use the if keyword, and then with the brackets we will use a boolean value. Yes, basically here we should have a boolean value. So you know that the boolean value is either true or false. So this boolean value, or we can also write some condition here, the result of the condition has to be a boolean value. So depending upon the boolean value within this bracket, if it is true, then these statements inside the curly brackets will be executed. So let me repeat, if the boolean value inside this bracket, if it is true, then all the statements which are inside these curly brackets will be executed. But this if statement do not talk about the else case. That means it does not tell us what to do if this condition or if this boolean value is false. For that we have if else statement. So we will discuss this if else into the next lecture. So let's see the examples of this if selection statement through the Java program. So I have made a simple Java class for this explanation of this if statement. So just see, this is the example. I have written if keyword, then into the small brackets I have written the value, the boolean value. So you can directly write here either true or false. If you will write here true, then these statements inside the curly brackets, you can write a single statement or you can have multiple statements here. So these statements will be executed, and once the curly bracket ends, after that whatever is there will have to be executed. It has nothing to do with the if statement. So let's compile and execute this code. So on compilation we can see that the output is inside if as condition is true, and we have another statement out of if and will surely execute and will not depend at all onto the if condition. So let's talk about right, I have written true here. If, let me replace this with other value false. So if I'll use false, then obviously any statements inside these curly brackets will not be executed. So this should not be printed. Let me compile and show you the output. So we can see, right, that a statement is eliminated, and the only statement here is that is outside the if block. So whenever the result of whatever is written inside is false, these statements will not be executed, and whenever the result here is true, these statements will be executed. So what we can do here, we can simply write true or false, or instead of writing true or false, we can use a boolean value also. So you can see I have declared a boolean variable whose value is basically BL. So this is BL, and the value of BL here is true. So this BL will be replaced by its value, that is true. So whenever this is true, this statement will be executed. So let me compile it once again and check what is the output. Right, you can say this is the inside if, right? Let me show you one more thing. Instead of a boolean value, we can use another variables also. Let's say an integer a is equal to 5, and we can use here the relational operators like a is equal to 5. This is basically a relational operator or a comparison operator. So the resultant of this condition has to be a boolean value, either true or false. If a is equal to 5, then this will be true, and if a is not equal to 5, then this will be false. So you can say here the value of a is 5 and we are comparing 5 with 5. So this will return a true value. So in that case, this statement must be executed. Let me compile. Right, you can say inside f that was true. Let me write a false condition. Let's say if I write a is greater than 5. So we know that this is false because a is not greater than 5. It is equal to 5. In that case, the result of this is a false value. So this statement should not be executed. Let me compile, close and execute. So gone, the statement is gone, so it was not executed. Instead of a single condition, we can also use the logical operator and can apply multiple conditions also. For example, let's say a is greater than 5 and I have written a is greater than 9, or we can take some other variable also. Let me take another variable, b is equal to 6, and let me use here that b is greater than 9. So now what will happen? This is the logical operator. I have made separate videos for logical and relational operators. You can watch the separate videos if you are not clear about these operators. So here I have used two separate conditions. One is a is less than 5 and b is greater than 9 with the AND operator. Now what is the purpose of the AND operator? If both the conditions are true, then the resultant, that's whole, will be replaced by a true value. And if any of these values are false or both of these values are false, then the resultant will be replaced by false. So let us check what will be the conclusion of this condition. Here a is less than 5, whether this is true? No, this is not true because a is equal to 5. So this is false. On the other hand, b is greater than 9. This is also false because b is 6. So this is false. This is also false, and we have applied an AND operator. So the total resultant is false. In that case, this statement inside the curly brackets will not be executed. So let me compile and show you the result. Right, that was gone. So the statement was not executed. In this way, you can use multiple conditions here by using the logical operators. You can apply different comparative operators and you can have a condition. But remember, the final result inside this bracket will be either true or false. And if it is true, then the statement inside the if block will be executed. And if it is false, then the statement inside the if block will not be executed. Let me tell you one more thing. If you have enclosed a single statement inside the if block, then whether you write these curly brackets or not, it's not important. So you can eliminate these curly brackets only if you have a single statement inside your if block. So that will automatically understand that there are curly brackets. But if you are having multiple statements inside the if block, then it is mandatory to apply the curly brackets. So let's say if you are having two statements inside the if block, then you must have to use these curly brackets. So this is how we use if block. I hope you have understood. Comment and like the video and share the video if you like it, and watch my next video on the if and else condition. Thank you so much.